Hello, Bob Van Rossum with Market Pro, and just stepping out of a meeting with my entire team, right? And we've had a challenge really the past 2-3 weeks with the number of candidates that we have been able to successfully bring through our process, meaning we're screening out more candidates than normal. So our job is to find A players, top talent for our client, and we view that as the top 15% of candidates. And that means we're taking 75, 80 candidates through an interview process per client. And typically 75% get ruled out in that first interview. And that's an interview that's a deep dive on marketing and digital marketing, senior level marketing to chief marketing officer, whatever the case may be, right? Our job as the experts in marketing and the top marketing executive search firm in the country is to make sure that our clients are only getting A players. When I say we're seeing fewer candidates come through our process, that's pretty surprising because we already have a very small number coming through, right? But really in the past 2-3 weeks, we've gone from 25% of candidates, 1 in 4, passing our first round interview to less than 10%. And that obviously creates a workflow issue for us, right? And it obviously creates a speed issue for our process. But why? What's going on? What is happening? Because if we're doing the same job with our research in identifying top talent, why are so few candidates making it through our interview? And the reality is what candidates have figured out is how to use AI to enhance their LinkedIn profile and to enhance their resume in a way that makes them look better than they are. So AI is allowing B and C players to masquerade as A players. And what they look like on paper is not at all what we're getting when we start to talk to them and interview them. And that's a little scary when you think about the ramifications of that, not for us, because the ramifications for us are we've got to figure out how to get ahead of this, which we will, and we've got to be more efficient with our time, which we will, but we've got to make sure that we're still getting only top talent to our client. And if temporarily we're screening out a larger number, we'll work through that. But if you look at that then when organizations are hiring, right? And organizations are vetting, let's say, a senior level marketing person or a digital marketing person, or it could be a chief financial officer, it could be any role within the organization. If the resume is being created based on AI enhancing it, and it's not a true representation of the candidate's skills, who do you have in your interview process that's going to catch that? And who do you have in your interview process that knows enough about the role that you're interviewing for that can make sure that that person doesn't get through and ultimately get an offer and get the job, right? And as a marketing executive search firm, obviously we have the experience and background and understanding to keep that from happening. But if I was on the client side, or if I was a generalist recruiter and I'm recruiting across all different types of roles and opportunities, that's very messy and it's very difficult, and it's going to create a situation where organizations are hiring people that look good but are not.